Hi, today we're going to talk a little bit about what it means to have teacher credibility. To develop teacher credibility with students, educators must develop an ethic of care for children as individuals and as learners. As Nell Nodding stated, in a caring relation, the carer is first of all attentive to the cared for, and this attention is receptive. That is, the carer puts aside her own values and projects and tries to understand the expressed needs of the cared for. To fuel student motivation and self-worth through a greater sense of self-efficacy, teachers must encourage the individual strengths of each student by relating to them on a personal level and pushing them to succeed academically. There are two ways that the educator must approach the student. First, in regards to her academic success, and secondly, in regards to her well-being as an individual. And in caring for the student as a learner, the teacher must desire and actively pursue each individual student's academic achievement, making active adaptations to pedagogy to accommodate the needs of the individual to ensure each child has an equal opportunity to succeed. The teacher must push every child towards success and deeply care about their success. Furthermore, the teacher must treat every child as an individual learner with their own strengths and weaknesses rather than a standardized test number or a deficit. Secondly, the teacher must become involved in the life of the child, viewing them as a unique individual to show care and inspire motivation. This builds a relationship that inspires the child to work harder in school and flourish more fully relationally and academically. Educators teach students to care about the world by caring about students. The second pillar of teacher credibility is dynamism, which is a practice focused on the learning being presented in exciting and engaging ways, requiring a willingness in educators to grow in pedagogy and work to meet the needs of the students in their classroom in order to engage them in their education. Many teachers can be described as dynamic. There is certainly no one way to engage students. However, some basic tips for dynamic teaching are as follows. Educators should develop a powerful style of speaking that uses few verbal or vocal hesitancies. These can sometimes be described as fillers. Words such as okay, you know, or the all too common Teachers should also work to vary physical movements and vocal characteristics. Their body language should express passion about their subject. Students should know beyond a doubt that their teacher cares deeply about what they are teaching and that they as students should care as well. Finally, the best teaching is usually found when the educator wears the hat of a storyteller. Their teaching resembles a narrative, and they engage students through visual aids and beneficial uses of technology. William Arthur Ward once said, "The mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, but the great teacher inspires." This methodology can be described as a no excuses mentality, which means that even if you believe it should be the student's job to be engaged, you accept that it is your job to engage them. Teacher immediacy is one of the 4 pillars of teacher credibility. Though the name sounds like the teacher is performing behaviors immediately, immediacy is actually defined as behavior that brings the instructor and the students closer together in terms of perceived distance. In other words, this means that teachers should engage in behaviors that make themselves seem more approachable to the students and less imposing. Teachers want to have a friendly relationship with their students while still being recognized as an authority. There are several things that a teacher can do to achieve this. By calling on students' names, it shows that the teacher values each student personally. Not talking in a monotone keeps the students interested in both the content and the teacher. Smiling and addressing the class while talking helps the teacher come across as approachable and friendly. Implementing teacher immediacy in the classroom has many positive effects because students are more engaged and interested in the content matter because of the teacher's approachable manner. Their student evaluations of the class and teacher are often more positive. This is also because they perceive the teacher to be more caring and trustworthy. Also, students are more motivated in their schoolwork in a classroom that employs teacher immediacy because they are less likely to believe that the teacher will punish them for not doing well on an assignment. Similarly, students are more likely to attend and participate in class when they have a good relationship with the teacher. Besides participating in class, when the teacher employs immediacy in their classroom, there is often greater out-of-class communication between teacher and students. This is beneficial because it has the potential to help a student who is struggling academically by allowing them more help. The final pillar of teacher credibility is teacher competency. Teacher competency relates to the knowledges, skills, and flexibility of an educator. The most credible teachers are experts in their field, delivering information effectively and allocate appropriate assignments, and they can adjust according to their classroom needs. According to the Wing Institute, the 4 aspects of teacher competency that have the greatest effect on student learning are instructional delivery, classroom management, formative assessment, and personal competencies. Instructional delivery refers to how a teacher presents their information to the students. This includes giving clear directions. Often, rubrics are a great way to display these. Enthusiasm in deciding a method of delivery. While a straight lecture may be best suited for one lesson, it does not blend easily into all lessons. Your method of delivery should adjust according to your class size and dynamic, lesson plan, and differentiation. Classroom management is a difficult but important competency to attain. When educators have control of their classroom, students respect them. It is important to have a good demeanor with your students. But overall control of the classroom maintains an aspect of routine and order. Strategies to maintain this range from anywhere from a demerit system to nonverbal cues during instruction. Formative assessment mainly focuses on the flexible aspects of an educator. These assessments are not meant to judge solely what the students know, rather how well they are learning. Based on the results of these tests, we can better adjust our instructional delivery toward each student. Finally, personal competencies of the teacher are important in the classroom. The best way to describe this is the ability of the educator to use interpersonal skills in the classroom. This means how well do they work with others, listen to their students, effectively communicate, or encourage a love for learning.